If a man who is already in a relationship, whether he has a girlfriend or a wife, approaches you, I urge you to listen carefully to every word I'm about to share. This is not love. And no, it's not because his current partner no longer understands him, nor is it because he has suddenly discovered something in you that he has never experienced with anyone else. It's not because you are rare, unique, or extraordinary. Those words, as tempting as they may be, are merely a veil attempting to hide a deeper and often more painful truth. When a man in a committed relationship seeks out another woman, the motivation is not about you. It's about him. It's about his own ego. The desire that arises is not rooted in genuine affection, but in impulses, needs, boredom, frustration, or the simple need to feel wanted and significant again. None of this has anything to do with building something real. In reality, he doesn't want you to be an integral part of his life. He wants you as an escape. He wants an outlet that helps him endure his own dissatisfaction, his own disappointments, and his own inability to confront the emptiness he carries within. You must understand this from the very beginning. It is unjust to give your time, your energy, your body, and especially your emotions to someone who has no intention of ever offering you something whole, honest, or consistent. And make no mistake, this doesn't mean you are not good enough, interesting enough, or worthy of love. It means that he lacks the courage and the necessary integrity to make choices that align with what he truly feels, if he feels anything real at all. Because if a man doesn't have the capacity to make honorable decisions in his own life, how can you believe he could build something healthy, honest, and genuine with you? Listen to this as if it were your own conscience speaking, as if I am speaking not just as an analyst, but as someone who cares deeply for you, a brother, a friend, someone who wants to spare you from avoidable pain. My dear, he is not seeking you because he is driven by love. He is seeking you because he is driven by his ego. And this is one of the greatest emotional traps that exists. When a man comes to you while already in a relationship, it is not because he sees you as the love of his life. It's not because he has had a divine revelation or has suddenly realized you are the woman he has always been searching for. In the vast majority of cases, he is seeking one thing: validation. He needs approval to feed a wounded ego, to feel desired again, and to escape the internal discomfort that he himself has created. It's likely that in his current relationship, he no longer feels admired, attended to, or wanted. Instead of looking in the mirror and facing his own shadows, he prefers to look outward, and that is where you come in. He loves the idea of another woman finding him irresistible. It soothes his ego and gives him an illusory sense of power and control. It's a false impression that despite the years or personal disappointments, he is still capable of sparking desire and interest in someone. And often, without realizing it, you become the very nourishment he offers to his wounded sense of self. Do not deceive yourself into thinking this is love. It is, in essence, a desperate attempt on his part to run away from himself. He is not in love. He is bored, frustrated, and above all, deeply dissatisfied with his life and the choices he has made. Perhaps one of the most difficult and most necessary truths to accept is this: in most cases, his actions are not even about you personally. It could have been any other woman who was available at that moment. I know that is painful to hear, but it is the truth. I tell you this not to diminish your value or to make you feel small, but to free you from a powerful illusion. It is vital that you do not idealize this situation or the man who is offering you emotional crumbs. He has never truly considered building something solid with you. He is simply looking for someone to temporarily fill a void that he lacks the courage to face head-on. Here is another undeniable fact. When a man truly loves someone, he does not jeopardize that relationship. He does not put what is precious to him at risk. So, if he keeps you in the role of a secret, a hidden involvement, a parallel story, it does not mean he is protecting you. It means he is protecting his own comfort zone. He is protecting his reputation, his social image, and his double life. He is not protecting you. He is exposing you to pain and trapping you in a situation where you stand to lose the most. So, if he comes to you while still in another relationship, do not romanticize the situation. Do not fool yourself into thinking it is a forbidden love, an all-consuming passion, or a matter of fate. It is not. It is a story shaped by the selfishness, immaturity, and cowardice of a man who wants everything without giving up anything at all. You were not born to be someone's backup plan. And here, it is essential to make a distinction that many fail to see. Passion is not love. Desire is not commitment. A late-night message does not grant you a real place in someone's life. You are worth so much more than being the emotional patch for a person who lacks the courage to fix his own internal chaos. You may have heard phrases like, "My relationship is in crisis. I don't feel anything for her anymore. We are only together for the children," or "We sleep in separate rooms." And, of course, the most tempting of all, "With you, I feel alive." These words, spoken with conviction and often accompanied by an intense gaze, can make you believe that you are his salvation, the rebirth he has been waiting for, and that it's only a matter of time before he leaves everything to start a new life with you. But I beg you, with all my heart, listen to what I am about to tell you. He is not going to leave his partner. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, and most likely, not ever. When a man genuinely wants to be with you, he shows it through concrete decisions, not with excuses. If his relationship were truly so broken, he would have already ended that chapter before allowing you to become part of the mess. A person of courage faces the truth. An honest person does not live a double life. And above all, a man who truly loves you does not drag you into his own chaos. He protects you from it. But the man who tells you he is on the verge of leaving, who promises daily that things will change, remains in the exact same situation for weeks, months, and in many cases, years. And do you know why? Because deep down, he does not want to give up what he already has. He doesn't want to lose his comfort zone, his home, his routine, his security, or his public image. What he truly wants is to keep everything as it is while enjoying you as an emotional or physical outlet. And this is where the danger lies. You become trapped by hope, caught in a cycle of promises, forever waiting for a someday that never arrives. Every time you threaten to leave or show your exhaustion with the situation, he returns with the same lines and the same vows. Just give me a little more time. Now, isn't the best moment. I don't want to hurt anyone. I'm waiting for the right time. But listen closely. That time never comes. He never makes a clean break. He never makes a real change. In truth, he never fully chooses you. And while you remain there, waiting, trusting, and believing that his words will one day become reality, the truth, as harsh as it is that if he hasn't had the courage to leave his partner by now, it's not because he can't. It's simply because he doesn't want to. You are not his priority. You are his refuge. You are the part of his life that exists only when it's convenient for him, when he needs it, when it fits into the gaps left by his official routine. And yes, maybe he treats you well. Maybe he tells you he loves you. But if all those words are not accompanied by concrete actions, by a real reorganization of his life to include you in a dignified way, then it is all nothing more than smoke. It is words thrown to the wind. Love, my dear, is not sustained by sweet nothings whispered in the dark. True love demonstrates itself in the light of day through firm choices, tangible actions, and constant presence. Love is courage. Love is commitment. Love is truth. Here is a simple yet powerful reflection I offer you. Who does he wake up next to every day? Who is with him on the weekends? Who does he share holidays and public events with? Who receives not only his time, but also his respect, his space, and his public acknowledgement? If the answer is not you, then it is time to face the truth. You are not the priority. You are the hidden story. You are the promise that, in all likelihood, he never intended to keep. So, do not settle for being the woman who waits, who justifies, who adapts. Do not accept emotional crumbs. You deserve to experience a love that doesn't have to be shared, that doesn't exist in secret, and that doesn't place you in the role of a spectator in your own life. If he already has a partner and is still pursuing you, the truth is singular. You will never be the priority. It doesn't matter what he says or how many promises he makes. The reality is clear, and it screams silently between the lines of his actions. You will always get the leftovers, whatever is left of his schedule, his time, his energy, and his affection. He will see you when he can, not when you need him. He will call you when he feels like it, not when you are waiting. He will send you hidden messages, always careful not to be discovered, and every time you confront him or demand an explanation, he will have the perfect excuse ready. I'm with the kids today. She's not feeling well. Work has been crazy. I couldn't answer because she was with me all day. Instead of an honest response, you receive an emotional deflection disguised as distress. Why are you being like this? You know how difficult my situation is. I swear I'm suffering too. Please don't pressure me. This isn't easy for me either. Do you see what is happening? You become the one who must understand, who must wait, who must adapt. And while you live in this state of constant effort, he calmly enjoys the best of both worlds. Make no mistake, he already has a fully structured life. He has a home, a partner, and an established routine. Someone is waiting for him when he comes home. There are people who care for him when he is unwell. There is daily companionship and a foundation of emotional and often financial stability. And on top of all that, he has you. You are available whenever he wants, whenever there is space in his life. You, on the other hand, spend most of your time alone. Alone waiting for a message, alone waiting for a date, alone hoping that this time, maybe, things will be different. But the reality is they won't be, because what you are receiving is not love, it's not presence, and it's not commitment. What you are receiving are just moments, a gap in his schedule, a call made in the silence of the early morning when everyone else is asleep. That is not love. It is emotional consumption. He consumes your attention when he needs it, when he feels lonely, when he is frustrated with his own life, when he needs to feel that he is still desired and powerful. And once he feels satisfied, he disappears. He goes silent. He becomes an excuse. He becomes distant. And you, caught in this cruel cycle, are left asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Here is the most honest and liberating answer I can give you. You did absolutely nothing wrong. The only problem is that he was never truly available, emotionally or practically, to offer you anything more than this. From the very beginning, all he could ever offer you were crumbs, only what was left over, only what he could hide. And I am telling you with absolute clarity, you deserve so much more. You deserve someone who messages you without fear, who calls you in the middle of the day, not just when he is hiding. You deserve someone who sees you without hiding, who introduces you to his world instead of keeping you locked in the shadows of his life. You deserve someone who offers you all of his time, not just the pieces left over in his agenda. You deserve to be a priority, not an emotional outlet. Because if you accept crumbs, how can you ever expect someone to offer you a full meal? Men who give very little do so because they know there are women who will accept very little. But you were not born to settle. You were not born to accept emotional leftovers. You were born to be loved out loud, in the light of day, with truth, with consistency, and above all, with real devotion. Listen very carefully, because this is perhaps one of the harshest and yet most liberating truths you will ever hear. If a man truly wants you, he does not hide you. He does not keep you in the shadows or limit you to stolen moments when no one can see. He does not confine you to secret conversations and clandestine meetings. A man who truly chooses you presents you to the world with pride. He cares for you, he protects you, and he includes you. And he does this not with sweet words and promises, but with actions, with decisions, and with his presence. Because love that doesn't translate into action is nothing more than emotional seduction. So if he is seeking you while continuing to live with another woman, understand this very clearly. He is not choosing you, he is choosing himself. He is choosing his own comfort. He is choosing to enjoy the benefits of having everything without giving up anything. And even if he tells you otherwise, even if he showers you with beautiful words like, "You're the best thing that ever happened to me," it is still not love. Because love requires courage. And if he truly had courage, he would not put you in this position. He would have closed the door that needed to be closed. He would have had the dignity to organize his own life before offering you a place in it. But he doesn't do that because, in reality, he has no genuine interest in changing anything. He already has it all set up. What he wants is simply more. And that more, unfortunately, is you. One more piece, one more escape, one convenient distraction. I tell you with all the conviction within me, you are worth infinitely more than being a shadow in someone else's life. You are worth more than occupying a hidden space in a man's schedule. You are worth more than stolen kisses, calls made in fear, and dates that must be carefully planned to avoid being discovered. You were not born to be shared. You were not born to live in uncertainty, wondering every single day if you will ever truly be chosen. And here lies one of the greatest demonstrations of self-love: to walk away. You don't walk away because there's no connection or chemistry. You walk away because you love yourself enough not to settle for less than you deserve. You walk away because you understand that your value is not determined by someone else's inability to see it. You understand, with clarity and honesty, that those who cannot offer you the place you deserve do not deserve a place in your life. I ask you, with all seriousness, what do you truly deserve? Stop thinking about him for a moment. Stop thinking about what he says he will do and about the promises that deep down you already know will never be kept. Ask yourself, directly and sincerely, what do I deserve? Do you deserve to live in another woman's shadow? Do you deserve a half-love, a hidden love, a love shrouded in guilt and disguised as passion? Do you deserve to always be waiting for him to have time for you, as if you were just a contingency plan? You do not deserve this. You never did. You were not born to be someone's hiding place. You are not in this world to tolerate a lack of love disguised as desire, nor to justify the cowardice of someone who doesn't have the courage to truly choose you. You deserve a complete love, a love that doesn't need to be hidden, that doesn't make you feel like an intruder in someone's life, and that doesn't turn you into an accomplice in another woman's pain. You deserve a man who is not afraid to start over with you, who doesn't need to live two lives to feel whole. You deserve someone who looks you in the eye and says, without hesitation, I choose you, and only you. And not just with words, but with his time, his presence, his actions, and his commitment. You deserve to wake up on a Sunday morning without wondering if you will see him. You deserve to have your phone ring in the middle of the day, not just in the middle of the night. You deserve to walk hand in hand with someone without guilt, without fear, and without needing to look over your shoulder. You deserve to build a life that is born from truth, not from its absence, from presence, not from scarcity. And yes, I know this can be painful. I know that letting go is difficult at first, and that accepting that he will never give you what you hope for feels cruel. But it is also a liberating truth, because sometimes letting go of those who do not choose you is the first and most powerful step toward finally choosing yourself. And believe me when I tell you this, when you choose yourself, something extraordinary happens. You stop accepting crumbs. You walk away from half measures. You become stronger, freer, and more whole. You are not a secret. You are not an escape. You are not the uncomfortable space between his real life and the illusion he created to keep you. You are a complete woman, capable of living a love that is also complete and free. You simply need to remember who you are. And above all, you need to stop settling for someone who has neither the courage nor the capacity to love you as you deserve to be loved.